This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
At the beginning of the summer, we were talking about the cicadas coming.
Oh, yeah.
The summer of cicadas. And this brewery out in Chicago, Noon Whistle Brewery, they were going to do...
I know what evil lurks there.
Okay, cicada-infused shots of Malort. Because Malort's also from the Chicago area. They were like, we're going to do these cicada Malort shots. Because then that got us started talking about like how we used to do scorpion shots and yada, yada, yada. Well, so Noon Whistle Brewing, so they got locations in Naperville and Lombard. I think I'm saying that right. They have been cited and fined for the shot. The Illinois Liquor Control Commission, they were shaking their fingers at.
Really?
Yeah. So Illinois law mandates that infusions be mixed and stored on licensed premises. Yeah.
I was going to say, because you can't make Malort taste any worse, so it's not like that it's going to hurt it.
Yeah. There are also requirements on how they must be labeled and stored.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
The manager at the brewery's Lombard location said, hey, we were fined even after we stopped serving the goddamn drink, which makes sense because the government, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Malort. Malort. So bad. So horrible. If you're always like, I've never had Malort, I'll have to try it sometime. Let me tell you that your gut will thank you, your mouth will thank you, your taste buds will thank you if you just don't do it. Don't feel the pressure because is it a bravery thing? It's just to say you did it so you know how bad it is and then you can pass the word along. I think that's the thing about it. It's so bad. You have to know how bad it is so you can brag about how bad it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone should do Malort once.
It sucks.
It's terrible.
It's like a chemical.
Mm-hmm.
How do you describe it?
Bile.
Yeah, bile's a good word. Bile's their ad is great.
If you've ever puked up bile, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah, somebody else's bile. The ad is funny. It says these pants aren't going to schnit themselves. Malort. Malort face. Oh, that's just funny. I like the way they.
It's when you want to unfriend someone in real life.
But a cicada and a Malort. Damn, dude. It's like torture. No thanks, man.
Okay. So I've got more bad news. It's just a terrible day. There's been a massive data breach, or data.
I saw this.
This time it involves everybody.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
We're in this together.
Yeah, we're effed.
All of our social security numbers and our physical address. So that's great. A hacking group claims to have stolen 2.7 billion records earlier this year from national public data.
Oh, I thought it was 1 billion.
2.7 billion. That's a lot.
There goes the neighborhood.
Which provides personal information to employers, private investigators, and others doing background checks.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that includes sensitive identification information for everyone.
That's almost.
And the U.S., the U.K., and Canada.
No kidding.
For everyone in the U.S., U.K., and Canada.
So it's just out there in the ether waiting for somebody to be evil?
They have it.
They have it.
They've tried selling it, and some of it has leaked. So we don't really know how big of a threat it is.
So it's not a cyber attack. It's a data breach. That's where people can literally actually use your information.
They have it.
They have it.
The hackers have the information. They've tried selling it. Some of it has leaked.
Good.
So you need to be monitoring your credit report.
This is why I keep $212 in my checking account. Have it. Take it.
No. Well, yeah.
So what do we do in the meantime?
You don't need to brag that you have $200 in your account.
Sorry.
All right.
I forgot you're running on it.
Why are you like this?
What do we do?
you're supposed to monitor your credit report.
Right.
So I don't know if, like a Credit Karma, if you have an account, that's a free account.
How about I change my name?
No.
And I out data the dudes.
That's not going to help because it's linked to your social security number.
Whatever.
So, like, a Credit Karma account is free, and you can monitor your credit report on there.
I thought I'd change my name to Pete and blend in.
Shut up. And so, and every day you can check on there, and it pulls your credit, but it's not a hard pull.
Oh, okay.
So it's not
Gotcha.
it's not going to ding you.
Okay.
And then
That's cool.
and that'll send you emails. And that way, if something does, if an account opens up or anything like that happens, it does send you an email, and they're like, "Hey, is this new account yours?"
Right.
So then you don't really have to log in every day if you don't want to. I would if I was you. But yeah, that one's free. There is a service called LifeLock. You have to pay for that. I'm sure there's other services out there too. That's the one that just comes to mind for me.
Right.
I've never used it. I can't speak on behalf of it.
What about Lip Lock? I know you and your girlfriend subscribe to that channel.
Which lips? And then you're supposed to manage your passwords effectively, which you should be doing anyway.
Oh. It's weird. You get so many updates on these data breaches. We had one from, was it GHC? We got one. Did you get one? I think GHC. I mean, they just get lost in the mail now. It's like you get one every other week. It's like, well, if somebody wants to find out the rash on my balls, have at it, dude. Dig in.
Yeah.
I got a cream for that, by the way, in my briefcase.
Well, I was like, look.
I just need somebody to rub it in because I can't reach that one spot.
I had to co-sign on a private college loan. So
oh, no.
if you want access to my credit, you go right ahead, you asshole. And there ain't nothing good on there right now.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
I'm just going to roll the beautiful bean footage on this one.
Only on WCCO tonight, an 8-year-old girl grabs a bat to help her father fight off an armed robber. That girl's brave save happened while her dad worked behind a liquor store counter.
As our Uba Ali reports, there was only one thing going through her father's head.
Anything else for you today?
No.
It's back to business after a big scare at Big Discount Liquor Store in Maplewood.
I'm never going to forget.
Leo says he was preparing to close the store around 9:30 Saturday night when this man walked in and wandered through the store.
Sketchy
Surveillance
ass,
video shows
skinny
him
white
wearing
dude.
an Amazon uniform, reaching in his pocket before setting a realistic BB gun on the counter.
Put the gun on the table. He asked me to give him all the money and everything I got in the register. And I told him, yes, I give you everything.
But behind the counter, beside Leo, his 8-year-old daughter.
I tried to talk to him and say, you know what? I got my daughter here. Can you just please put the gun down, move it away from her? I will give you everything. Take everything. It's money. I don't care. You know, I just care about the safety for her.
But when he started walking behind the counter,
I'm a dad. I'm not going to be let that happen.
Leo punches the man, wrestling him to the floor. Seconds later,
I'm coming to the rescue.
you see his brave little girl
So I'm so proud of her. So she's so strong.
grab a baseball bat,
This is the bat. She was holding it.
hitting the suspect before running away.
That day I would say I just
Right in the
want
balls.
to cry when I see the video because I was like, I don't expect she do that. I expect like a little girl crying or screaming. You know.
An incredible act of heroism
And she said she wanna be defend me.
from a little girl who saw her dad needed help. In Maplewood, Uba Ali, WCCO.
Hell yeah.
Dude got served.
That's right.
Put him in a wheelchair, bitch.
She's like, I ain't just going to sit here.
Dude, violence is never the... Yes, it is!
That's right, it is.
Sam from the Mallards right now, Nightmare's going, did you get her number?
Yeah, no kidding.
I could use a cleanup batter.
Yeah, recruiting.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man. You just got to act crazier than the crazy guy. That's all you got to do. And always add the line, Karate Man bruise on the inside. That's what you got to say.
That would have been awesome
While you're
if she
swinging,
did.
while you're swinging the bat. Yeah. You ain't. It ain't cool to be no jive turkey this close to Thanksgiving. Hit him right in the balls. All right, that's cool. Good, man.
All right. This is a new segment.
Oh. Uh-oh. Sponsored by?
Fleet Farm.
Yeah.
Or Durafork.
Durafork? Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a pitchfork.
I don't own a pitchfork.
This is a pitchfork on parade.
Oh, yeah. No. In collaboration with Fleet Farm, gives you pitchforks on parade. Musical stylings by Rage Against the Machine.
Okay. This is in Goodyear, Arizona. Not affiliated with the Goodyear Pimps. Goodyear Police Department has detained a man accused of stabbing someone with a pitchfork.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar Garnett, 56, is facing a charge of aggravated assault for a fight reported Wednesday morning. By the way, Fleet Farm not sponsoring this officially. They're going to be like, no, dude, no.
No.
Near Watkins Street and Canyon Trails Boulevard. Garnett allegedly got in an altercation with another landscaper.
Whoa.
Yeah, that involved Garnett allegedly stabbing the other landscaper with a pitchfork. The injured person was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries.
Ouch.
This hits close to home.
Wonder how many of the forks went into his bod.
Yeah.
One? Would you like one tine or two tines?
It would depend on where he was stabbed at and how big of the spacings.
Right. What are the little pitchforky things called?
Tines.
Oh, they are tines.
Because it's a fork.
Oh, my God, I got one right. This will never happen again.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I'm not a farmer, but I know the farmer's daughter, but that's all I know.
This hits close to home because my sister stabbed my other sister with a pitchfork.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
Hold on, I would like to say I need a song. I'm not quite sure what would be appropriate. Maybe I guess this one is appropriate.
One hot day in Spring Green.
No, this would have been in Viroqua.
Oh, Viroqua.
Down on the county farm. Yeah, so we were all gonna go. Now listen, we were poor. And it was gonna be a special treat. We never went to the theater, like all together, because there was too many of us, right?
Yep.
But we were all gonna go see the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Nice.
Yeah, there's gonna be this big thing, and so we were trying to get chores done quickly so everybody could shower and get to the theater and everything together. And well, listen, I have a sister that's not exactly easy to get along with. She hasn't been our whole lives, and so very bossy. And so my other sister had enough.
Clearly.
And this has happened repeatedly throughout our whole lives. Like, you just reach a point with this woman where you just, like, snap. And you're like, I can't.
Yeah, or marriage, as we call it.
I can't take it anymore. And so.
Or year 5 of marriage, as we say.
So the bitchy sister was bitching at the other sister that had the pitchfork in her hand, which is never a good idea. Right? You don't want to be bitching at the person with a weapon in their hand.
For sure.
And so my sister just turned around and stabbed her right in the leg with the damn pitchfork.
That's amazing. That's glorious.
And to this day,
you hear banjos every time you see a pitchfork.
My sister's only regret is she's like, I'm still so mad because I didn't get to go see Santa Claus.
That was the end of that night. See what happens?
Yep.
Play stupid games. Nobody's seeing Santa Claus.
And my other sister, she didn't have to go to the clinic or nothing. It barely broke the skin.
Yeah,
it wasn't like,
Dude, this is like when I shot the neighbor with a BB gun.
Yep.
Didn't break the skin, but I got beat with my dad beat me with a BB gun.
Yeah, so.
What happened to her?
To my sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just got grounded.
Oh,
she just got grounded.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's broke with justice right there.
Yeah, totally.
Just a good grounding.
Oh my God. My one sister ran over my foot.
Sure.
before.
That's just stupid stuff.
Yeah, totally. I beat my sister with a broom one time.
Mm-hmm.
It was just stupid stuff.
Yeah.
My other sister grabbed my head and beat it against the barn wall before. It was just stupid sibling crap.
Kid stuff.
Yeah.
Stupid kid stuff. That's why I always.
I got pushed out of the haymow before.
Yeah. We used to have corn cob wars in my buddy's dad's barn, and those hurt.
Yeah.
And I always think back as a kid. It's like, why were we jumping off the garage?
Right.
What were we doing?
Stupid.
Hey, let's spend all day jumping off the garage till we break an ankle.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Right. We used to get the hammock going really fast and then launch ourselves out of it to knock the wind out of ourselves.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Is it?
Well, that's like when I was shooting Brenda with the BB gun. And we were doing the thing. We were all standing around seeing who would take the shot. And, of course, Brenda, the most redneck freaking chick in the hood.
I would love her.
Because we were way out in the country. Oh, God, yeah. We grew up in the country. Just to see if it would hurt. And sure enough, she got welts. And, of course, she took it like a champ, though. But her dad wasn't impressed. And then, he calls Mom. And then it's like Ralphie waiting for his dad to come home.
Right.
Because
just wait till your dad gets home. Yep.
And that was the end of that. Mm-hmm. My BB gun went on hiatus.
Yep.
But
yep. Oh, exactly. We had to text him just because we didn't have the internet. We had to do stupid crap.
It's true. The other way, we were Google. We were our Google. We were Google.
We were our own tablets.
Will a BB break a skin? Let's find out.
What happens if I tape my fingers together for 3 days?
I ain't got time. I sit there. I was 8 years old. I go, we ain't got time to wait for computers. Let's just shoot each other. God damn. So dumb. Let's play How Sharp is the Knife. This will be great.
And then when we would have city folk come over, like city friends, we would do this. We would grab the electric fence. Me and Mike were talking about this. So you'd put the new friend at the end of the chain.
Right.
And so you'd hold the fence, and then the current, because the current would go through everybody, and then the last person is the one that absorbs all the shock. And he's like, and Mike would do one that I never thought of. This is brilliant. And he's like, you tell them to grab the fence, and you show them, but you have like a circle in your hand,
right?
And like so whatever, and then they really do grab it. And I was like, God, that's awful.
I remember we were trying to teach ourselves how to box. I don't know how old I was. And we set up this boxing ring in our garage.
Dude, oh my God.
And my buddy Danny May had these boxing gloves. And I thought I was the tough dude,
Dude, I love this.
And we came down. I remember my dad was out there like the ref. He was setting it up in the garage. And he goes, all right, you and Danny, get in there. Danny cold cocks me and literally knocks me out. And my dad's like, get up. You going to take that? It must have been, I don't think I was 9.
That's amazing.
I mean, that was, like, never let your guard down. I learned that really quick. Keep your hands up.
That's right. Keep your hands up, dude.
God, so stupid.
Yep.
Glorious, though.
It is.
It's the best.
Totally. It's why we're tough, dude.
Tried to teach ourselves how to jump creeks on our Schwinn bicycles.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't work too good.
God, and we would do stuff.
There's blood everywhere.
That our parents told us not to do, and we get hurt, but you had to hide it because you were told not to do it.
Yeah,
so
for
you
sure.
were just like in massive pain, but you had to couldn't show any signs of weakness, dude.
Yep.
Yep. That's why we're badass now.
I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I would not trade anything, all of that for the world.
Yep.
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts.
Did you know that the hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you?
Or you can listen to this one.
Bears can smell your menstruation.
I can smell your menstruation.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Trixie, oh yeah. She's got the beer now. Yeah. Trixie, oh yeah. She's got your beer now. Yeah, 6-packs and growlers and bombers of ale. Let her mix and match them, there's no room to fail. Located out on East Washington, Trixie's is the place for all your summer fun. I said, Trixie.
Somebody wants to check on Greg. He was last seen.
I talked to him.
He was outside the Timbers
How
with
is he?
with a bathrobe, and
He's
we
good.
lost track of him. Where'd you see him at?
No, he called me when I was driving out to South Dakota.
Perfect.
Yeah, we
I
talked
love
for
that.
like 40 minutes.
What'd you talk about?
Politics.
Shut up.
Yeah, he wanted to call and talk about politics. It was fine. I
God
just
bless
let
him.
him go. I just let him go.
I put him on mute. Next thing you know, we were in Sioux Falls.
It's okay. I gave him something to do for the day. I love that.
Unbelievable. Oh, that's funny. All right, Trixie's here, and we've got some beer to taste. And, of course, we lovingly assemble it. And for your purchase at Trixie's Liquor on East Washington Avenue, the most infamous and cool place to shop for liquor, beer, and snacks.
You know it.
With the big orange arrow, you can't miss it. All right, Trixie, let's dive right into this, baby.
Yeah, so we're opening up with a cider today. It's from Down East. We have had Down East before, but I don't think that we did the cider donut one. This is awesome. Very light cider, semi-sweet. It's got a crisp note to it, but it definitely has that cider donut approach. And I'm going to say approach because I don't want someone to think like this is a dessert cider.
Right.
It's not super sweet, but there definitely is that, like, you know, that.
Yeah, don't let the word donut scare you off. Like
right.
It's some
That's what I'm trying to say.
gross
It's definitely an apple cider donut,
Right.
but it's like the fall. Oof, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. I've had a cider donut cider before.
Yeah.
And it was more desserty than this one
Yes.
was. I thoroughly enjoy this. It's fantastic. I really like the finish on it a lot. I highly recommend this. I'm not sure I could do more than one. I do know somebody that could do more than one for sure.
Are they a fat bastard?
No, they are not. They are a very
Good.
tiny person.
Good.
But yes, this is highly
What's the
recommended.
name? Did you tell the name of our new restaurant we're going to open? Chew, you fat bastard. We're going to open up a chain all over the country. Don't steal our idea now.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Not a problem, idiot.
Oh gosh.
No, didn't we have something after it though? Or was I not supposed to add?
I can't remember what was after it.
Oh, chew, you fat bastard, and whiskey. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, we got to sell a little whiskey along with it.
Fat whiskey. Love that.
Yeah.
Be careful with this. You're going to be addicted, and don't let that donut thing scare you. It's definitely on the side. It's cider. It's cider. On the cider side of life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But semi-sweet.
Semi-sweet.
It's semi-sweet.
But it's got cider roots. It's got the roots.
It definitely is cider first, and then it's the cider donut, which in my world, that's a must. So that's why I think this one is just it's a really nice go-to cider for me, because it's not that over-the-top sweetness. If it was, I'd be like, hey, this is super sweet. I know the ones that'll like this, but I'm not in it.
Yeah.
You know, when I drank this the other night, I felt like I was. It was fall, and I was sitting up at Sky High having a quart of cider outside at the petting zoo at Sky High. It reminds me of something from my youth, and I wasn't kissing my sister, or was it?
I feel like the next time I go through a corn maze, I need to have this.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of hide it in my bag and
Yeah,
bring it out until I'm in the corn maze.
it's so good. You're gonna
So
love it.
good.
You're gonna love it, and it's
wonderful.
It's just like it's an expensive tasting drink. I know that's weird. I'm the only idiot that says that, but it just tastes like a really high end super cider.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's because it's not oversweet. And I know we've stressed that a lot, but I don't know.
You do still get the donut taste in there, though. It's magical.
A little bit.
It's magical.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know how they do this. This is the science of making booze, man. It's unbelievable.
Science is awesome.
You're not going to finish that?
No.
Why don't you pour that in this cup?
Why don't you pour it in that cup?
Oh, I've poured it in the cup when you were passed out. What's next?
I really had to think about that for a second, and then I
pitchfork.
stopped myself because I was like, don't think about that.
No, don't.
Don't. Better if you don't.
Yep. Oh, I put the wall up right away. I was like, I stopped myself just in time.
It was a semen joke, Trixie.
I that's where the walls were like, good. Or next, Alaskan Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah.
I super love this. This is called Wildness.
Yeah.
And it's a cold brew beer. I think it's gold ale base, but it's cold brew. Super crisp.
Yeah.
And crisp is like the flavor.
Preach it.
Right? It's so good. It's this like malt in the back of your tongue, but it ends with such a crispness to it. I love this cold brew. It like tastes like Alaska. When you think about cold Alaska and stuff like that, it just has that feeling all over it. I love it.
Maybe they tap into that glacier that's at their back door in their backyard out there.
Beer is 90% water. So when you think about a beer, why does it taste good? It's the water supply.
Oh, right.
Alaska has a different water supply than us. It definitely has just a whole different taste to it. And then cold brew on top of it.
Yeah.
Yum.
Have you been to Juneau?
I have not been to Alaska.
Okay. Have you? No, you haven't done it either. I need to take you two crazy broads to Alaska, just the three of us.
You know what? That actually sounds like fun.
We would be redog.
I think I would have to have armor on.
I
we
swear
could
to
do
God.
that.
Drunk out there chasing some seals around.
I have
Come
to
on
be in
now.
charge.
You're in
no,
charge.
that's where we stop. I'm in charge if we do it.
Fair enough. Done. What do you think of Alaska cold brew?
It's fantastic. So it's cold fermentation known as lagering or cold conditioning.
Yes.
Yep.
Secondary fermentation phase in brewing beer. It takes place at temperatures below 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's slower than warm fermentation, but produces a cleaner tasting beer with fewer off flavors. So this is so crisp, so cool.
It's wonderful. Do you remember when we had Alaskan Brewing Company as a beer sponsor for a Sound Lounge?
And we had crab legs.
Yeah, we had crab legs. They brought crab legs and these super cool shirts. Remember the shirts? I still wear my Alaskan Brewing Company shirt.
Yeah.
I traded him. He wasn't going to give it to me. He took it off his back. I gave him a JJO T-shirt. He gave me his collared work shirt.
Chaos.
It was chaos. It was so cool. They are some of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And they're one of the bigger breweries in the country. They're sneaky big. They're like top 25 in the country for production. They're a big deal.
They're a huge deal.
I think their flagship is the white.
Yeah.
Why is it got to be white?
I know. Just because we're awesome.
I'm like, Dan, I don't even know how to respond to that.
Because I have a deep voice.
So I'm just going to not, but...
Well, so we took a cruise. We took the Alaskan cruise out of Seattle. Skagway, the thing. We went to Juneau. We were in the tap room at Alaskan Brewing Company.
That is so cool.
There's three... I think there's... Well, at the time, there were 3 breweries when we were in Juneau. This one's a little outside of town, and it's up in a little neighborhood, and their tap room's cool. They've got giant... glaciers painted on their walls.
That's fun.
It's super cool. It's a great tap room, and the stuff's fresh, and it's amazing. And it's a
way to embrace the atmosphere and stuff.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It was so fun. Juneau is a great fun town to hit on a cruise. There's a lot to do, and I know you see the shopping and all the schmaltzy stuff and all that, but there's some neat stuff to see. The museum's great, the breweries are great, and then you go out to the glacier. It's pretty
Depending
fun
who you talk to, they say cruises are kind of the best for Alaska because you get to
Absolutely.
see the landscape a little better. But it kind of depends what you want to do there, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can see a lot, and you're so close to the
gorgeous.
coast. You're always
Right.
within sight of land, so you're always seeing amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great beer. It's crisp. It's good. I hope everybody tries it, and it's an interesting little last piece of Alaska.
Yum,
and
yum.
we should embrace it before the Russians try to steal it back.
Why don't we just not put conspiracies out there?
I mean to get
for
political
people
there.
to hear.
All right, save the beer.
Leave it for Greg.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
We got a couple of more to taste here. What are we up to, Trey?
All right, so we're going to get into some teas or things with teas. We're going to start with Great Lakes. It's called Sunsail. It's a hard tea.
Yes.
They have a hard tea line now, and this one's the peach. And it, you know what? I like it. I was a little afraid when I
too.
smelled it.
Yeah.
I was a little afraid when I cracked it open because
smells sweet.
When I was a kid, I used to drink a lot of Arizona tea, but that stuff is so sweet now. I feel like my teeth would disintegrate if I even took a sip of it. So I was a little scared because when I smelled it, I was like, ooh, this really smells like Arizona tea. It's Arizona sweet tea smells really good. That's not an insult on the smell. But I was like, oh, God, this is going to be really sweet. Not. It actually has the feel in your mouth like it's brewed tea.
Right.
So it's got that foaminess on the roof of your mouth while you're drinking it where it makes you feel like you're actually drinking tea that was sitting out in the sun.
Yep.
So well done. Sure. Thumbs up. Just a touch of peach in there to sweeten it up. But it's not, I wouldn't put this in a sweet tea category at the same time. So I super love this. It took a 180 in my mind when I sipped it.
And it's got, that kind of pinch on the back of your tongue that you get from drinking tea. It's got that, which
that
is
little
nice.
That
kicker.
dryness at the end.
Little kicker on the end, yeah.
Very nice. So in Sturgis, twisted tea is everywhere out there. Very sweet.
I can't drink that. And so that's what I was afraid it was going to be.
Right. Samesies. I can do one or two of them, maybe.
I can't.
They're very, very sweet. So I was, and this does smell like it's going to be sweet. It's not. This is a home run.
It really is.
And I love tea. So.
I used to help my grandmother brew tea in the back porch. So the old-fashioned way, you get a glass bucket, you put a bunch of tea bags in there, and you let the sun sit on it for a few hours like real tea. So it has that mouth taste to it for me, which is just super like it.
Johnny, talk to me about tea bagging.
Well, let me say this, and I'm not. This is not pointed at either one of you, but it could be both of you. I really love your peaches. Let me shake your tree.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I mean, it's a good song.
Let me say that. It's not a song.
Yes, it is.
No, that's a romantic gesture that I'm making towards two of my co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, this tea. You know what's really cool about this? How much alcohol in this thing? Not much.
5%.
Yeah, you can't. There's no alcohol taste here.
Yeah, nothing.
Put this on ice, dude. Sip this on a boat all day. It's a home run. The quality of the tea is on point. It's super good.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't know if you can do a better peach tea.
I don't think you can
with alcohol if it exists. I haven't tasted it yet.
No, because it tastes like brewed tea.
Yes.
Like traditionally brewed tea.
Very much so.
So good.
Yeah.
It's
Home run.
so great.
Great Lakes.
It doesn't taste like anything that you buy at Quick Trip and open a container from.
Right.
As far as tea goes, it's not Snapple, it's not Arizona. Actually, tastes like tea and not juice that tastes like tea.
I proclaim it the year of the peach.
Thank you.
The Jiggly Peach.
That is a song, by the way.
Jiggly Peach?
No.
Oh. I know, Steve Miller. I was just kidding. All right, what do we got next?
It's hard sometimes.
It's hard all the time. What's the next one?
Oh, God.
Christy
I
said.
did that, too.
Oh, she did say it. She actually called me. She called me.
That's
She
not
left
what
you a
said.
message.
She bitched about it in Sturgis.
I'm never leaving you two alone again. All right, what's our next?
That's probably a good plan. All right, Central Water is another 5%. Summer Nights. This is a wheat ale with peaches and black tea.
Yeah.
So it's a beer base, and it definitely has a beer base thing to it. But the first thing I taste after the wheat is the black tea.
Oh, yeah.
And then a little bit of the peaches, and that's fun for me. I actually really like that a lot.
Well, yeah. This is a great beer. Oh, my God. Super fun.
Pairing the black tea with the wheat ale is spot on. I never would have thought about it. I don't think I've ever had black tea with a wheat ale before. But when you think of a wheat ale and the body of it in your mouth and how a wheat ale, kind of the texture of a wheat ale, the black tea matches it so on point. It's great. And that splash of peach just kind of rounds it out a little bit.
It's interesting.
This is great beer.
When I had mine when I tasted it a couple of days ago, it was ice cold. And now that it's warmed up a little bit, you're right. I get that beer I get that beer up front, and then that splash of. What'd you think of it, Biatch?
Wheat ale, dude.
Yeah, man.
One of my favorite types of beers, and then black tea. I love black tea.
Tea for
Peaches are
miles.
one of my favorites too.
Black tea for miles.
You're putting three of my favorite things together. My brain exploded when I saw the can. I was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
I know. I was really excited about this one too because I was like, "Ooh, black tea."
Yeah, this is fantastic. This might be my favorite thing to happen this summer, dude.
This might be
fantastic.
an old recipe from Grandpa Monica's old beer making recipe book.
Man, I think I'm gonna have to brew tea today.
Yeah?
Oh no, I can't. It's raining. Way to ruin my day.
Right? Stupid weather.
We are plotting out a weekend to go to Central Waters and spend a night up there. And I want to taste some of their barrel stuff and just get annihilated and driven home or in a rickshaw or something.
How fun for Christmas.
Can an Amish guy take me home from Central Waters or something?
No.
I mean, if there's a buggy around, I think they would.
Can you hitch?
I don't even think that they're.
Could they make it to the hotel though?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
That's what I'm saying. You might be sleeping at his house.
I might be out in the barn.
Yeah.
They'd give you a blanket though.
There might be someone that's Airbnb-ing up there.
Yeah, that's what I think we're going to look at. Yeah.
There's
or we just Uber.
Yeah.
That's always a fun.
I mean, if it's a weekend, there might be someone Ubering up there. I don't think you know how small Amherst is.
No, I know. I've looked. I don't think there's a hotel there.
There is.
No, there is no hotel.
No,
you have to book the Uber a week in advance though, and have a set time.
Yeah.
Are you telling me Anello wouldn't let us crash?
Or have the dude's number like we did at Toppling Goliath.
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's right.
It was the best person I ever met.
He was an interesting fella.
It was great. He got us safely to and from, and he entertained us.
Didn't have that
it was fabulous.
Jacked up air conditioning system with a hose.
He was trying to protect himself from our COVID.
From COVID, so he had
amazing.
Blocked off with a air hose coming into his car. It was so ghetto. It was unbelievable. But he was a sweetheart. He was such a sweetheart.
A breath of fresh air. I thought this is great.
Yeah.
All right, so Anello's basement floor it is. We'll crash on Anello's floor. All right, what do we got next?
Sure, he's gonna be pumped.
That's the two.
Don't tell Anello. Don't tell him.
Yep, those were our two for that break.
Woo! Let's do another one since we're running late here. So let's.
All right, I'll pour one.
Yeah, let's keep going here. Sorry about that. And then we have the Harley Davidson non-alcoholic we're going to taste.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that.
I'll tell you where you can find that. No secret, Harley Davidson of Madison. Hello, happy hour tomorrow.
All right, so the next one, we're staying in the 5% today, guys. Little foamy. Give it just a second. This one's 5.5%, and it's from Door County. It's called Idle Days Citrus Saison. So I am excited about this. It's the end of summer, but this label and stuff, it totally looks like Door County.
Yeah, dude.
What a great label for Door County. Seriously, so good.
Oh my God, vacation mode.
Okay, so the Citrus Saison is just, the Saison in here is just awesome. Absolutely awesome. And the citrus, it's like a super grapefruit bite.
Oh, yeah. Orangey and grapefruit. Is the hop Saz? Isn't that the name of literally the name of the hop? Isn't it Saz? Or am I crazy? I remember that from the last Saison we had.
What are you saying to me?
Is the hop called Saz or something?
I don't know what hops they put into here. I haven't researched it. I think that's different depending on the season.
Gotcha.
So,
this is delicious.
Does it say hops on there? I didn't research that.
What is the Saison? French for season. Saison is a traditional pastoral ale that originated in the farmhouses of Wallona, the French-speaking region of Belgium.
I was going to say, it's like a citrusy spotted cow right now.
Expect an ester spice taste and supreme dryness. Yeah. Speaking of supreme dryness, tell your mom I said that.
So it's funny, when you say the dryness.
I will.
Ew, that's gross.
I mean,
that took me a second.
Since she had a stroke, she probably can't understand what that means. But thanks, I appreciate you.
Ew.
Oh yeah, you're a sweet, you're a gem. You really are.
Hey, man, you were making jokes about my mom when she was in a full body cast, you asshole.
I put her there. Damn right I put her there. Oh, yeah. Body slam that B.I. All right, what now?
Both of you sometimes. Honestly, D, you know better.
Go ahead. No.
I'm distracted.
Saison. Focus.
Ugh. Okay. So what I was gonna say is when she said it was dry, it kind of reminds me of a clovey dry.
Yeah.
So it's like summer citrus, but then the clover at the end is fall. It's a great time of year to drink this because for me, it just kind of puts the two seasons together in like flavor profile.
Yeah.
I always kind of think of beer in seasons. I don't know. Yeah, I always do. I always kind of do that. So like when that's citrusy, it's like, okay, we're still hanging on to the last couple of weeks of August, but knock.
That's a good call. It's kind of like
September is next.
It's kind of like a clovey spotted cow.
A little bit.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
It's just a really brightened up take on a spotted cow.
Yeah, I love the dry finish on it, and the spiciness is very heavenly, but I like the light body a lot. And this is a 5%er?
5.5.
Wow.
I know.
Never would have guessed that.
I know.
I like how in this state we use spotted cow as a base for the answer to everything.
And I want to say, I don't want to say that this is like a spotted cow.
No.
The base of it is.
Right.
So, but then there's a lot of citrus plump in here.
Oh, a ton of
there's
grapefruit.
like, in my mind, kind of a clover dryness to it. I don't want to say it's flavored like clover. It just has like the texture dryness of what a clover would, the clover profile would be. So I don't know. I think this is a really great twist on a citrus saison.
You know, maybe if you're burnt out on big hoppy beers, this would be an alternative for you as well. You know, if the big hops scare you, how good would this be with a cheeseburger? Are you freaking kidding me?
Really good.
Oh my lord! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Have you ever been to the Door County brewery up there?
I have not.
So we go up every September. So it's
Where
like
is
a
it?
visit
Is
that
it-
we do.
It's in Bailey's, isn't it?
Every time we go up there, we got to figure out
I think
where
it's
it
on.
is
We
again,
never
but-
get over to Bailey's. We never stop in Bailey's Harbor.
But there's a food cart, a burger food cart there every year. So when you said burgers, I got to tell you, sitting in their patio, they've got a really nice shaded area on the side of the building that is all graveled, a lot of picnic benches. You can tell that there's like bands at night and stuff like that. But there's a few carts back there, like food carts, and they're almost like established to stay there. The best burgers I ever had with a beer.
Really?
Seriously. They were so good. It was the first time I had Impossible Burgers, but the boys all had like real burgers, and I literally had to like stop and I was like, wait a minute, I think I got a real burger, but mine looked different than everyone. It was so and the boys were like, can we have another one? They had like 2 burgers.
Oh,
and,
nice.
like, it was really good burgers with beer, honestly.
Nice.
Really great pairing and really great atmosphere. So if you're ever in Door County, I actually really highly recommend Door County Brewing. It's really relaxing. Cool. There's 2 different spots. I really like the atmosphere there.
Trixie,
no matter where you
it's
go.
Bailey's Harbor.
Okay.
And you got to get your ass over to that other side of
It
the
is so pretty.
peninsula. Yeah, it's beautiful
Such
over
a
there.
great atmosphere.
I have friends that only stay in the Bailey's Harbor area to get away from all the craziness of the other side. So, yeah, that's cool. All right, I love it. Let's do the last one, too, and then we'll do the last. Can we do the last one? Let's just get that last one out of the way.
Okay, so I'm really glad that I ordered it the way I did. So we did like the summer to fall. Yeah. And you know, I always have like such a funny feeling when it comes to this time of year. I get so excited, but then I'm like sad because I'm like, it's the end of the summer. Oh, I always told you I like think of beer as like the seasons. It's our first Oktoberfest.
I know.
Could you tell? I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited for the Oktoberfest, but at the same time, I'm so sad to let go of summer. I super love a good Oktoberfest. We're going to start off and kick off the year with Carbon 4. And the can of their Carbon 4 Oktoberfest, they even say malt bomb to it. And it definitely, when you smell it, you can tell it's going to be the malt bomb. Really dark, roasted, malty. There's a sweetness that you smell to it, really bred yeast. So, and it tastes just like that.
Yeah, malt bomb series. Is that a series? Isn't that a series they do of malty bombers?
I
Isn't
don't
that what they
I'm-
call it?
A series?
I don't know that it's a series,
No.
but they definitely use it as a descriptor.
It's a descriptor on this can. So this is the highest percentage that we have today at 5.8. We're all in the 5% today. You can almost taste alcohol in here, which makes me think it might be like a 6.5, but it is a 5.8. So, I mean, the malt bomb presence in there really says a lot. It just really, this is a big Oktoberfest. It's not going to be one of those light crisps, kind of malty in the beginning. This is kind of one of those, it's cold outside, you're at a fire Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
Super good.
A little bit of spice in there. It's perfect. Yep. It's an Oktoberfest, 100%.
Yeah.
Got it. And this is my first of the year, too.
I know it's my first sip with
Dude,
you.
Think.
So excited.
I love you, Trixie.
I love you so much.
Think giant pretzel and a little beer cheese.
Uh-huh.
And about 12 of these.
Well, I'm not going to go that far.
Well, you're a bit of a wuss. You're no fun since you quit drinking.
Oh, my God.
She's fun with me. It's you.
I think you're the problem.
Hey,
buddy.
We were over at K4 not too long ago. The Priest Prophet King, if I can do a side plug. That thing has been sitting in no less than 7 or 8 barrels. It is one of the great.
It's so good.
I don't even know what to call it. It's just, you can't call it a bourbon because it's been sitting in rum, sherry, name it. It's been sitting in that barrel. It's one of the great beers you'll ever have in your life. You don't need to go to Bend, Oregon or some New York. It's right here in your backyard. It's a great beer. Priest Prophet King. It's one of my favorite in town.
It's fantastic.
So stop in and grab a 4-pack of those, too, before it's all gone.
Yeah.
So good. This is a great Oktoberfest.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
All right, we have one beer left, and this is the collab with Harley Davidson and Wisconsin Brewing Company. I thought I had Kirby's phone number, but I don't because I'm a loser.
And Kirby dropped this off to you guys?
He did.
That's awesome. And he paired up with her. This is a really good beer.
It's super good. This is a non-alcoholic pills. It's called Road King.
And the logo, by the way, is killer.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Ed Roth.
A motorcycle guy. I mean, I totally get it. Non-alcoholic beer tastes good and you're on your motorcycle. You still want a beer, but you're driving. Like, I get it. And it's really cool. It's a very tattooy and
the big bulgy guys.
I love it.
Old Ed Roth cartoons.
Very cool. Very cool.
What do you think of this?
It's fantastic.
Spot on.
I love that there's so many awesome NA options now. It used to just be like you had like sharps and
it tasted
duals.
like sorghum.
Right. 100%.
And I don't like the flavor of sorghum.
And I don't really think anybody ever did.
No.
You just kind of...
They sure didn't.
dealt with it. But there's this is wonderful. I mean, how cool.
And it's in a tall boy. It's sharp, a little sweet.
Bright, light, and crisp.
Bright, light, and crisp. Just a good pills. It's fantastic. In a big can, and you can ride your bike and keep it upright and be safe and still have a great taste.
I mean, know. You still feel like you're like in the moment having a beer.
And that's what it's all about. Right.
But still like pulling it together as you're like driving through the Badlands or the mountains on a motorcycle, which a lot of motorcycle enthusiasts do.
Right.
This has been out since, I know they had it at Daytona. They said they had it at Sturgis. I did not see one sign for Road King.
Right.
Or at least, I don't know. I thought it would have been on a billboard. Anyways, but this is getting a national rollout. And if you want to taste it, Harley Davidson and Madison's doing a happy hour tomorrow from 4:30 until 6. They're going to have that there. They're going to have Road King there. And they're going to have music, snacks, bevies, new product demos, raffle prizes, and all that tomorrow, 4:30 until 6. So if you're on your way to the fish fry, stop in and try the new Road King.
Nice.
Non-alcoholic pills.
Super awesome.
And a chance to win cool stuff. Try out new product. That's Harley Davidson and Madison tomorrow from 4:30 until 6. This all came together very nicely. Can't believe it. Timing is everything.
It is.
So Road King. I was looking for the tie-in and who called who. I haven't found that yet. That's why I'd like to get. Eventually, we'll talk to Kirby and see how this all got. They all got in bed together.
Yeah, I want to know how that all happened. It's a really good idea.
I'm sure there's a great effed up story behind it.
Oh, only
Kirby.
the good stuff.
Kirby.
Yeah.
I mean, duh. Are you kidding me?
There's always a story behind anything that's good. So
I love it. All right, so Road King,
love it.
Wisconsin Brewing Company, and Harley Davidson. Cool. Pack some of those in your tour pack. You'll be all set. All right, what do they do now to get 6? What's the game plan?
All right. Well, it's 1 minute till 9. The doors are about to open, and we've got all the beers that we tasted today lined up in the JJO Mix and Match shelf. In our Mix and Match cooler, we've got 4 rows of random beers that you can make and mix around and choose your own 6-pack, try some stuff out, see if you like it. And all of these are lined up to see which one is your favorite.
Yeah, that's why we do it, so you can sit around like we do and sit and have an opinion and see if you can try some new beers and stretch your taste buds out a little bit. That's what it's all about.
And shout out to Trixie's. They supplied a bunch of different THC drinks for Sturgis.
Oh, yeah.
I will say by far our favorite was the Tree Huggers drinks from La Crosse.
Yes.
There was a rhubarb one that was, oh my God.
That was my favorite too.
Dude. But the Tree Huggers didn't leave, like some of them have like a weird little aftertaste to them, and the Tree Huggers did not.
Mm-hmm.
So that would definitely be my suggestion with a bullet number 1, the Tree Hugger series. And maybe I'm partial because that was super Wisco based, but
that's okay to be partial to Wisco.
Oh, 100%. And also rhubarb, right?
Well, rhubarb is Wisco.
I
mean, if you don't have a rhubarb something in Wisconsin, I don't know what you're doing.
But I was a big fan of those for sure. And they were a manageable milligram dosage for me.
Right, where it didn't like make you pass out.
Yeah,
you could still be functional.
So I still have some left. I was like, I can't plow through all of these. I will not be functional.
You can really only have like one at a time, but it's really nice because it takes the edge off. You're not drinking as much.
Yeah.
But you're still tasting things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of varieties out there for that.
Huge varieties.
It's blowing up right now.
Yeah. So I'll post some more reviews of those as I go through the box of goodies. But yeah, those are available at Trixie's as well.
Since we're doing the damage report, we plowed through our 5 cases of Corona. Thank you very much.
Well, good for you.
Courtesy of Trixie's Liquor. So
I didn't doubt it.
No soldier made it out of the camper. All right, Trixie, your pick 6 at Trixie's Liquor on East Wash. Love you, girl.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.